Monday, Wednesday, and Friday with the occasional bonus video. Thank you for watching. Now on to the video. Hi. I noticed you checking out our board game rental shelf, and I just came over to see if there was anything I could help you find. Yeah, I said rental. Yeah. Well, no, everything else in the store is for sale. You just happened upon the rental section. Well, yeah. No, it's just like, video rentals or any other rentals. We just make sure all the pieces are there when you go and make sure they're all there when you get back. Yeah, and you can actually, if you decide to rent, you can, buy like a protection. I think it's like $3. Well, I know it's $3. I shouldn't say that. I'm a salesperson. But yeah, it's $3. And that just covers any damage that might happen to the games. And if not, then you're out $3, but at least you're protected. But, did you mean to come to the rental section? No, didn't even know that was a thing. Well, you might save some money then instead of, buying a bunch of games. What were you looking for? Okay. You're having a party this weekend? Yeah. About how many people are gonna be there? 8. I mean, we do have a ton of games, both to buy and rent, for 8 people, so were you thinking you wanted to buy a bunch of games, or? Oh. Right, well, you don't have any housewarming party. Well, do you think people will bring them as gifts? Are you a big board game person? They might bring them as gifts. Then maybe I would suggest our rental options, because what if you buy a game and someone brings it as a gift? And you have 2 copies, I guess, but... Okay, so you do want to look at our rentals. Okay, I can walk you through. Is there anything in particular you were hoping to find today? Yeah. Let's see, we have like 6 copies of that. It gets rented all the time. Ultimate Werewolf. Got a big old scary werewolf on the cover there. Yep. And there are several versions of this game. There's like Ultimate Alien, Ultimate Vampire. But this is the original, I believe. And there's also a version that's one night Ultimate Werewolf, where everything happens in one night. You don't need a game master for it. So did you want just regular werewolf? Okay. Well, regular Ultimate Werewolf Deluxe Edition, this one is. So it has a lot of extra, rolls in it. Yeah. So this is a definite yes. I'm guessing if you really like this game, it'll probably be a gift at your party. Well, if it's a definite yes, I'm going to make sure everything's in there before you bring it up for checkout, yeah. Got your directions, which is a pretty easy game to pick up, but it never hurts to have a reference. Even has a little getting started book for any newcomers if everyone hasn't played. Got a notepad here. Got all your different rolls, and this one does have the vampire in it. It's got a lot of the expansions. And you can play with as few or as many expansions as you want. If you want, you can just have a werewolf and some villagers. But it does really get a lot more fun with, like say, the bodyguard. Each night, choose a player who cannot be eliminated. Each night, choose a player who cannot be eliminated. And with 8 people, I would suggest, you've played it enough before, I'm sure, but with 8 people, I would suggest adding a few of the extra rolls in there for fun. Yeah, this is a really, really popular one. But it does look like all the pieces are there, so. Go ahead and set this aside for you. Okay, so would you be interested in any similar games to Werewolf? Yeah, some people enjoy Werewolf, but they've played it so many times that it's like, okay, is there anything else out there? Well, I can show you, and if you don't want them, that's fine. Let's see. Here's one. It's called Donner Dinner Party. Donner Dinner Party. And it's very similar. I mean, not completely similar, but similar to Werewolf. Where you're trying to figure out who the cannibal is. Yeah. I like the directions there. Made out of this really thick paper. This thick textured paper. But here are your players, your people you're portraying. And this one, I think, Werewolf, if you have enough cards, can be played with up to, like, I've seen games with like hundreds of players. Yeah, like conventions and stuff. But this one is for 4 to 10 players, so it should be plenty fine for your party. Yeah. It's similar to Werewolf enough that you can pick it up pretty quickly. If your friends are sick of Werewolf. And since it's a rental game, you can always be like, I hated it, then never buy it. And you're not out, what, 20, 30 bucks, I don't remember exactly what this one's priced at. Gonna try it out? Okay. Well, I did already have it open, but got your directions here. Then you've got your campsite. This actually tells you like where your discard is gonna be, and there's enough spots around the fire for every player's token. And of course, you've got your player tokens. And they each have 2 sides, so one side actually has a little inverted image of them, implying they're dead and a ghost. And there's a little frying pan in there. I haven't played this a ton. I think I've only played it twice. It was fun. Got your cards. Okay. It does look like everything's here. So I'll go ahead and set that with your werewolf game. Are there any games you're interested in that aren't for the party? Like if you're really into board games. I know probably won't buy anything until after your housewarming, but you can try them out. And if you don't get them at your housewarming party, you would be able to buy it and know you liked it. Oh, let me see. Yeah, we do have Potion Explosion. Yeah, I love this game. I'll show you the back. It's full of marbles. But really, it's just an ingredient collecting game where you match up colored marbles to make your potions, and each potion has a different power. So you want to make as many potions as possible to collect points. And it's this one's only 2 to 4 players, I think. So it's right there, 2 to 4. But it's a lot of fun. I love this game. I've played it probably like 100 times. So whoever suggested it to you was not lying when they said it was fun. Yeah, of course. And do you want to know what rental prices are? They're the same for every game. Yeah, it's $5 for the first week and then $1 every day after that. Well, you know, it's not super expensive, but the reason we do that is because we're hoping when you bring the game back, if you really enjoyed it, you'll buy it here again. Like, you'll come in here to buy it. So it's actually really helped with business. Yeah. Well, we are an independent store, you know. I think we've got like 3 employees. But that's neither here nor there. All I know is that if you don't like it, then you're out, what, $5? Okay. Instead of, I think this one is like $50 to $60, so it's worth renting first. Even though I would buy, having played it, I would buy it, but let me make sure everything's in there. There's a lot to this one. Got your rule book. And this actually shows all the potions on the back. My favorite one is the rainbow potion. Potion of prismatic joy, yeah. But it doesn't make a ton of sense until you're playing it. Okay. A little spruce. Then you've got your potions here. These actually have little holes in them, and like this one in the blue liquid matches blue marbles, and this one in the black liquid matches the black marbles, and you're trying to fill the potion. You've got your marble holder. This is fun to put together if you buy it new. But it's actually pretty sturdy. It's not too bad. But yeah, you put the marbles in here, they drop down here, and it's basically a game where you pick marbles out and try to match them. And it's completely different with 2 versus 4 players, because it's really hard to think ahead on what your next move will be. More than 2 players. Of course, you've got glass marbles. looks like everything's in there. Okay. Put that back together, set it aside for you. Were there any other games that you were specifically looking for? I don't think we have that one right now. No, I'm not seeing it on any of the shelves. For rent, it's all rented out. But we do have it for sale, of course, if you wanted to buy it. You'll hold off. Okay, that's fine. That's perfectly fine. Okay. Anything else? No? Okay. I can give some suggestions, or you can just take what you have. It's okay. Like some suggestions, have a lot of choices for your party. Okay, let me see. Are you into games like Cards Against Humanity? Everyone's played Cards Against Humanity. Yeah, it's pretty nothing against Cards Against Humanity, but it is pretty played out by this point. Yeah, they come out with expansions every now and again that add a little bit, but if you just have the base game, which is all we have right now for rental, it's kind of, yeah, you already own it, I figured. But they are good party games, so I do have a lot of games similar to that. Yeah, I can just show you what I've got over here. Let's see. Okay. We have, if you had to, yeah, I mean, any Cards Against Humanity game. It does say right on there, a party game. And this one is just a real easy one. I think it's just a you choose an either or type situation. So yeah, it says play a card, 5 cards in your hand that the judge would least want to do. So it's, I'm sure, very similar to Cards Against Humanity rules. Would you rather is another game, but if you had to, I'm guessing they picked the one they'd want to do least. So like, you're Jesus but no one believes you, or live the rest of your life in slow motion. Ride a 50-foot wave on an inflatable alligator. Things like that, just silly. Have your firstborn raised by baboons and then return to you at age 13. These are actually stuck together. This really isn't a crazy popular game, but it's something silly to laugh at if you're drinking with your friends. Yeah, it's not really your cup of tea. That's totally cool. Totally cool. And I'm probably not doing it justice in my explanation. I just haven't played it myself, so it's kind of hard to, it's a typical party game. Okay, that's cool. I do have a couple more that are in that vein, like this one. Drinking games for people who never drink. Our 50 drinking games are broken into 6 categories. And it's for 2+ players, so it's really as many people as you want. And it has a whole, the cards are really big. It has a whole well, we've had it for a while. We just put it in our rental section. each card is its own game. So like, let's see, this one is the celebrity name game. I'll just give you an example. It requires 4+ players. You sit in a circle. The player who had the most friends in middle school goes first. Say a celebrity's name, first and last. For example, Jennifer Aniston. Go clockwise around the circle. The next player now says a celebrity whose first name starts with the letter of the last name. Go at a fast clip. If you hesitate or mess up, you have to drink and you get eliminated. Last player standing wins. You know, so just a bunch of drinking games. Yeah, I've actually heard of that one before. Also a card game. So, I mean, this one's called Banana Quest. There's a huge selection in here. If you guys are really, really looking for something to do that's real easy and silly. Yeah, you'll try it out. Sounds good to me. I haven't played this one either, so let me know how it is and you bring it back. I'm here like pretty much all the time. Yeah. And if I'm not here, just tell the clerk how it was. It'll get back to me. Okay. Then I do have one more game on the shelf, it looks like, that is like that one. And that is one I've actually played a lot of. That's what she said, that's what she said, that's what she said. And this is very, very similar to Cards Against Humanity, except it's a that's what she said type prompt. So your setup might be something like, at the end of the night, my prom date anxiously blurted out, and then you put down your card. It's still wet from this morning. It's just a bunch of innuendos. So it's pretty silly to play. It's not quite as on the nose as Cards Against Humanity, so sometimes it's a little, I actually think it might be a little bit better, because you have to, innuendo, think about things a little bit more. Yeah. Take that one too? Awesome. Well, let me know how you like it. When games that I suggest are a hit. Okay. Anything else you are interested in, looking for? If not, I'll just throw out a bunch of games and you can let me know if it's a yes or a no. Yeah. Okay, let's see. Got Chupacabra. This game glows in the dark. The dice do anyway. Really, it's just a game of chance, so you're rolling and trying not to get the Chupacabra. But it is only 2 to 4 players, so it might not work for this game night. Totally understand, it's a classic favorite though, so I figured I'd offer it. Okay, let's see. Now, were you interested in more like strategy type games or role-playing type games, or something with a little more substance to it? Yeah. I have a few of those. We've got Betrayal at House on the Hill. It's commonly just referred to as Betrayal. Betrayal. Yeah. a really fun game. I love this game. Most people don't want to play it at like a casual party because it can be a big time investment. But essentially what you're doing is building your own haunted mansion, and then there's a twist, and there's this actually has the rooftop expansion or the attic expansion. I'm not sure. We have them both in here, and it's once you have enough scary things happen to your characters, there's a betrayal, and 1 or 2 or however many characters, depending on the situation, become the bad guys. And then you're given prompts, and the whole game kind of flips on itself, and you have to escape the haunted mansion that you guys built together. Yeah, here. So here you have like a regular rule book that you can go through if you get it. But here you have the secrets of survival. And this is for the Widow's Walk. That's what it's called, the Widow's Walk. Widow's Walk expansion. And this, I believe, is for the survivors. And it's their prompts. See, like this, it says Haunt 75. And you'll match that up with here's the Widow's Walk expansion. You'll match that up with 75 in here. Yeah. And this will tell you, like this is for the traitor, so whoever becomes the traitor, this tells them what their objective is. And then the secret of survival tells them what the survivor's objective is. And it's different depending on who rolled last, who had the last haunt, who has a certain item. Could be anything. So there's all kinds of different scenarios and stuff. There's actually 100 with the expansion. And you never build the same mansion twice. Or if you did, I'd be very, very shocked and surprised. But like each tile has like an upper or basement or like a different lit up area where it can be placed. And they're different rooms with different symbols, and it's a very involved game. So even if it's not necessarily for your housewarming party, because I'm sure you'll be entertaining more people than can play this. I think this is only a 6-player game. I would still, let me see, if I don't dump everything out. Where did it go? Doesn't say on the cover, but I think it's 6 players. Yeah. But I would still suggest it. Oh yeah, it says 3 to 6 players. It says playing time 1 hour, but it really depends on how much you get into the game. Yeah. Really depends on how much you get into the game. Not this time. Okay. That's a real bummer. I love this game. I love getting people hooked on it. But that's fine. I know you said you have like 8 to 10 people, right? But Seven Wonders is a really fun strategy game too. Yeah. It's, everyone's given their own wonder, and you're trying to build it. Before the end of the game, there's 3 rounds. Again, that's a very light explanation of it, but it's a fun strategy game. I've had so many fights over this game. Yeah. This one does have a Wonder expansion pack, so you could maybe play with more players. I don't remember. colors, so like Great Wall of China, Olympia. Yeah, you're trying to build the wonders. You got all the money. So it looks like whoever played last time forgot to get rid of their scorecard. That's okay. Even give you a pen. But yeah, this is a really fun strategy game. A lot of people love this game. Yeah, it's requested a lot. This is another one like Werewolf where we have like 6 or so copies in our rental because it's always getting rented out. Yeah, I mean, I love it. I don't love it as much as Betrayal, but that's because I'm a big roleplay game fan. But I think it's fun. Yeah, you'll try it. Awesome. I put the lid on, right? You do have 6 games. Are you interested in any more? 6 games, you're looking about $30. You're at the $30 price range as far as rentals go for a week, and then there's an extra $1 for every day you keep it after that. Okay, just a couple more. We'll see what we've got then. Do you have Sushi Go. Yeah, this one's only for 2 to 5 players, but I do think if you want it, we have the big box somewhere. It was just returned. Now that I think about it, yeah. So we do have it up at the desk if you wanted the bigger one, and I think that one is I want to say up to 10 players, so maybe even 12. I don't quite remember. But this is a really cute, fun, quick game, easy to pick up, hard to master type game, where all you're really doing is collecting sushi. Collecting these cute little sushi cards. The more you collect of each type, you get a certain amount of points based on how much sushi you collect. But some types cancel other ones out, and sometimes you don't want certain ones if too many people have them. So there's a lot more strategy to it than you'd think. Yeah. I almost forgot to put the rules back in there. Okay. I think it's a really cute, fun game. Okay, well, I'm going to put this with your other pile then, and then we'll just trade it out for the big one when we get up to the checkout. So, for your last game, are you thinking a party game, strategy game? I do have a couple of, like Dixit is a more open-ended fantasy type game, or I do have like Dragonfire is a really intense role-playing game. I think it's actually, it's Dungeons and Dragons, but it's like a pre-selected board game. Not quite that? Okay. Do you have Bears versus babies, bears versus babies, bears versus babies, bears versus babies, bears versus babies. Yeah. And all you're doing is building the ultimate bear to fight off a horde of babies, essentially. It's a very, very silly game. do think that it's only for up to 4, maybe 6 players though. Not this time, yeah. Okay, let's see. Got Gloom. This one's really cool because it's a role-playing game still, but it's a game of misfortune. So you're actually, all the cards are see-through and they have little modifiers. Let me see if I can find one. Yeah, this one, they have little modifiers on them. And all the modifiers do is like either make the family's lives better or worse, better or worse. And this one has an expansion, so you can play with up to 6 players. And it is as little or as much roleplay as you want. So like, you want to kill off all the members of a family. I think there's 4 in a family. So you might say the daughter Mildred fell down a flight of stairs. And your purpose as the player is to kill off your family, is to get their points as low as possible, I believe, before they die. Because you want them to have a miserable life. But other players will be putting modifiers on them. So you might say Mildred fell down the stairs, that's -15. But your friend might say, but then she found a $5 bill on the ground and felt better. Or fell in love with her doctor and it made her life better, +20. And then you're actually at a +5. And you want the lowest score to win. I think this one's a lot of fun too. But I really like spooky or haunted or macabre games. So. Okay, yeah. Okay, well that would be number 6 then if you want this one. Okay. And I know it's all there. I just checked it on the return, so. Yeah, this one actually does come with 1 expansion inside of it already. I believe it's the Happy Homes expansion. So they each have their own little house. Yeah, we actually do have 2 other expansions that you can add, but I think this is a good amount to start with if you've never played it. Yeah. Okay. And I did notice you had a game already. Yeah, hi. Yeah, this is the rental one, but did you want to know anything about it or see the pieces or anything? Yeah. Looks like, yeah, it's just little bug pieces. And you take turns placing them and trying to build your colony and earn points. Yeah, it's a very fun, cute little game for 2 people. I know you're not renting it, but I saw you had it. Yeah. Was there anything else I could help you with, or should we head to the checkout with those games? Awesome. Okay, I can bring them up there for you if you want to browse around some more. Great. Okay, I'll meet you up there. See you in a bit.